What's up, y'all? It's Jay again. Hey, Jay's Fishing Unfiltered. Next thing I'm gonna be talking about, man, is one of my favorite baits to use as well. It's an old school style bait. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't even use it no more. They feel like it's kind of played out. But especially during this time, you know, it's summer right now, it's hot. Even in the spring, you know, pre-spawn, post-spawn, it doesn't matter what the situation is when it comes to bass. This bait's gonna work year round, all right? It's all about patience though. One of my favorite baits is a Zoom Old Monster or a Zoom Magnum worm, all right? 10 and a half, 11-inch worms. You know what I'm saying? Let me take one out for you. And this is my favorite color that I use is Junebug. I like plum too, but most of the time I just use Junebug, all right? Ribbon tail worm, one of my favorite worms to use. All right, I actually pair this with a worm hook, 5/0 worm hook, something like that. Texas red. All right, I always use like a 3/8, or depending on where I'm fishing, I may go up, may go down in weight, right? But that worm is simple, easily fished, right? Take it, Texas red, throw it out, let it hit the bottom, drag it along the bottom. You're gonna feel the bass pick it up. It's one of the oldest tricks in the book. It ain't even a trick. It's one of the easiest ways to fish when it comes to fishing for bass, right? But some of those big worms, you know, sometimes it's hot, well, not sometimes, most of the time in the summer it's hot outside, right? So if those bass are in the shade, even if you're fishing in ponds or wherever it is, right? If they're sitting in the shade and they're hot, they don't really want to move around a lot. It's not the morning, they're not chasing top water. What they want to do, they want to get full off of one meal, if that makes sense. And yeah, if that makes sense, right? So if you got a big worm dragging across the bottom and they know they could pick that up and now kind of, you know what I'm saying, fulfill them for the time being, that's what they're going to do. I think it's great that they actually do that, because guess what? That worm been working since, shit, before I was even alive, man. So that's why I continue to use the worm, and I actually do use it like this. There's a sink on here right now, but here go one of my setups, something super cheap. Lose Speed Spool. I bought this like 7 years ago. I think it was like 50 bucks or 60 bucks or something. Got that High Viz Power Pro 20-pound test on there. This is an extra wide gap hook, of course, and it has a Senko on there. But I could rip that off, put a 5/0 worm hook on there, and throw one of those ribbon tail worms on there. Duck it. There's not necessarily a rod that you want to, you know, spend hundreds of dollars on to make sure that you can make it work. But with this, I like super sensitive rods, especially bait casting rods that have micro guides, because I feel like they're more sensitive and they're light. So I feel like every single time I get a bite, it feels like a, you know, a train hit me. So that's kind of the way that I like to fish. But yeah, that's the big worm, man. No diddy. 10 and a half, 11-inch worm. I don't know what that's about, but I'll see y'all on the next one.